first question is, what initially in 2016 made you want to support Bernie, and does that still resonate in this election?
Well, I mean, we didn't have a crowded field, which is like we have now. I listened to it. I think I've been very fortunate to have a line of work that I do, and I've been very successful in it. But one of the things that it did not mean that I didn't have something to say as a citizen. I didn't abdicate my own responsibility as a citizen. And when I listen to Bernie Sanders, the senator, speak about what possibilities are, the truth about it, whether it was health care for all, whether it was then a living wage for workers. He used the word workers. Sometimes people are afraid to use the word workers. They talk about middle class in this sense, but they often have that synonymous with workers, but it's about workers and the plight of workers. And I knew that one of the things that we are often locked into in this country is public policy, internally, domestically. Sometimes we don't need to do the things we need to do and talk about in terms of foreign policy and the relationship to foreign policy, to public policy, or domestic policy. But I knew someone who was capable of talking to him. I knew who he was. I knew that since I wasn't directly involved in the Jesse Jackson campaign, I knew that he was one of the first supporters of Jesse Jackson running for president. So these are things that you catalog in your mind when you see someone. And I knew the work that he's done, certainly as his position as a mayor, and also the work that he did as a congressman and certainly as a senator. So those are the things so I'm tracking this. There's been, whether it's the caucus campaign, where a number of us came together in '88 to caucus position, Alfred Woodard and I in 1988, and it's a campaign on behalf of the caucus at the time, and many other times that I've been involved in campaigns. But at the same time, I'm 73 years old. And I want to talk about, okay, what is the legacy that we need to leave our generation, my generation that was an extraordinary generation as well. Members of the civil rights movement came out of there, mayors came out of there, public officials came out of there, and all of that. What do we leave here at this particular moment for the next generation? And so the fact that I'm here is not simply simply for what we do now, which is vital and important, and our action is extremely necessary, but what we do in the future as well.
He's going to have us out, get out to vote for him. Know that he is a real deal, not an imposter.
I like that.
He's a real deal. There's no his expressions are the expressions of what our expressions are. And we're going to have the courage to trust that. To trust that, to do that. And we're going to have to work hard. This is, as I've come to Aiken for the first time, this ain't the last time that I'm going to be in Aiken. I'll be back here again. I'm going to be in Georgia, I'm going to be with my 96-year-old cousin, my mother's 96-year-old first cousin. I'm going to be wherever I need to be in this sense. This is the campaign for a lot of us. I was involved in the McGovern campaign in 19, as a someone just out of college. As I spoke with Bernie Sanders at something in San Francisco, he's a truth teller. He's a truth teller. We're going to have to all be not only listeners to that truth that we hear, but become truth tellers as well.
All right, y'all. That's a challenge. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give that applause.
themes that you had throughout your speech today was talking about love, compassion, and justice. How do you think those three values translate into policy making?
Well, yeah. I just think what they should do, how they should translate in policy making. I think that if we love our children, then we provide the best opportunities for all our children to succeed in life. We provide them with an education so that they can succeed. If we love those who are in need and are compassionate about people who are in need, then we put together the best way in which we can provide resources in their moments of need. And that's what I'm saying. They're connected. Change what they're connected about love. We talk about love as if it's some fantasy or some sort of witchcraft, but love is the essential. I mean, what do you see in the Bible? I mean, you know, but the first of it, John 4:12. No one has ever seen God, but if we love each other, God lives in us. There it is right there. It ain't been the ministers here. I'll tell you that right there, John 4:12. So the other sense, the love is always mentioned. How come it cannot be translated into policy?
Yeah.
You know, how can the people who struggle for justice, it's about love. The struggle for justice is a love poem. It's a love story. Let's use that. If that's the case, then we can use those and stand on that and be proud that we stand on our faith as human beings. First question in philosophy is, what does it mean to be a human being? The second question is, how do you know?
Mr. Glover?
Yes.